Hello and welcome everyone, Lionheart here, and today I've got an awesome epic battle for you guys on the Siege of KARAK KADRIN map made by Maruk. You can find it linked in the description, and I'm facing Jackie Fish playing as the Vampire Counts, and I am playing as the Dwarves with the Slayer King himself, Ungrim Iron Fist, of course, at the Slayer Keep. This is an insanely awesome custom battle map made with the Terry battle map editor that got released into beta the other week, and Creative Assembly just announced today that when the tool exits beta, becomes available for everyone on the 28th of February along with the Bretonnia update, they are going to update it with the ability for you guys, modders, map makers, and general players to add these maps, these custom battle maps, onto custom or like specific locations on the Grand Campaign. So this Siege of KARAK KADRIN map can be then added to the Grand Campaign, which is going to be absolutely insane. So this would be the map that you would fight over if you were either besieged or if you were sieging KARAK KADRIN, if you chose to add this map to your Grand Campaign and placed it on the KARAK KADRIN slot, which to me is just mind-bogglingly awesome. And it's great to see Creative Assembly support the tools like this. Apparently they've had absolutely insanely good feedback, and I can understand why. If there's a community out there creating these sorts of maps, then hopefully this kind of means that there's a very bright future in terms of kind of future Creative Assembly support for modding tools and things like that. But we'll have to wait and see. But so far, the maps that I've seen, some of the ones you guys have been linking me to, are absolutely gorgeous. They're ruddy insane. I'm going to get to this battle in a moment once I finish panning over this map, kind of showing it all off in its glory. I think this qualifies as map porn. This is just beautiful. The work here is stunning, and I think I remember some images being shown of KARAK KADRIN way back, I think when the game was still being teased for release. I think it was just stuff that had already been released from the tabletop kind of lore stuff that looked very similar to this, and obviously Maruk has done his best to replicate that in-game with all the assets available to him. And it looks stunning. I absolutely love this. Okay, sure, we don't have loads of walls and lots of intricate things, but I think just, fighting over this massive causeway, this massive bridge here, onto this huge kind of courtyard area, it has a sense of scale that you just don't get. And this is what I thought. This is honestly what I hoped we would be getting with the base game of Total War Warhammer. These unique locations like this. Even if it's not, loads of walls with, towers and things like that we're used to, and full city encirclement that we're used to from sieges of past Total War games, I don't think I would have cared. This sets, a unique location, a unique way to fight a battle. You have to get over this causeway and then keep on pushing. Obviously, this is just a land battle map. It's not a siege map because they haven't been added in. I don't know if siege maps will be able to be, edited and created, in custom formats and things like that. But hopefully, Creative Assembly will continue to support this, because it seems so far that the community response to the tools are absolutely fantastic. And I had to grab a screenshot there because I think that looks beautiful. Anyway, I am going to hit play and we're going to get into this battle. Jackie Fish is commanding the vampires, and he's got a Vargulf, skeleton warriors, zombies, crypt ghouls, all the ones you'd expect. Some of the regiments of renown, Claw of Nagash back there, necromancer and vampires. He's got the devils of Schwarzhafen, Blood Knights, Crypt Horrors, Terrorgeist, and I believe Manfred's in here somewhere as well. Yeah, there he is. Manfred is chilling back over here, and we've got a corpse cart with holy loads of them. Basically, I should say, we're not necessarily, when we play this, we wanted to create more of an epic scenario, I guess, rather than kind of going for the most tactically sound approach to fight this. It was more about creating a more of an awesome viewing experience. So the way I've set out my troops, and I'll just go into slow-mo to show you this, is in 3 stages. So here on the middle of the bridge, of the causeway here, I've got 2 units of flame cannon, which have just started firing, and they're being supported by 2 Thanes. I'm calling them the Gatekeepers. And then behind them we have 5 units of Longbeards. Their role is to hold the vampires up for as long as possible on this bridge, and to slow them down while we just shell them with the flame cannon and try and do as much damage to them as possible. The old slow-mo as the flame cannon shot slowly creeps its way forward. The Vargulf, the Fluffy, stumbling forward, to be engulfed in flame. Boom. But that will not bring the mighty Vargulf down. Oh no. It will stumble on. But anyway, yes, so we have my kind of my front force here holding the middle of the bridge. Then behind them the gatekeeper force as such, as a unit of warriors of Dragonfire Pass, dwarf warriors, Longbeards with great weapons ×2, and in front of them a runesmith will hold the archers and none shall pass. Behind them we have 2 units of organ guns, which will just be shelling the enemy as they come through. Now I have told all of these guys to be off fire at will because we don't really shelling our front force here. So I'm trying like a staggered defense here, basically. I know I'm going to lose that causeway. I don't want to just have a slog on here against the vampires and just all get caught here. I want the action. I want to chip away at them, ideally without losing too many of my own forces. And so they slowly take heavy casualties as they move across the causeway, get slowed down here, which will give me then time to regroup my cannons, my organ guns, back to the rear force where Ungrim himself stands ready with the majority of my forces, which includes 6 units of Quarrelers with great weapons, and behind them, I've probably lost count of these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units, one of them being the Norn Grimling Ironbreakers. And then behind that we have 3 units of Slayers, one of them being the Dragonback Slayers. Obviously, had to bring Slayers at the Slayer Keep. KARAK KADRIN had to do it. And then they are flanked with a unit of cannon on each side. So that is my plan. I'm going to hit play now and see how this battle plays out. But yeah, we wanted to try and... These maps, this like custom you know, layouts and formations and settlements just, I think, allow us to create far more interesting kind of story, roleplay, set piece motions, as it were. So if you do have any kind of scenario is the word I'm looking for, yeah. Sort of set piece scenarios. So if there are any other scenarios you'd like us to try out, then let me know down in the comment section. This is what I'd like to create. I should say as well, I'm not saying goodbye to battle replays. In fact, I would highly recommend you check out my channel update 2017 video that went out earlier today for my full plans on that. I want to make them truly a high quality production cinematic experience, and I might even try doing that with some of these. But kind of what I want to do with custom battle maps is 2 things at the moment. One is to start doing a weekly... That was an insane splashback shot there. One is to do a weekly map spotlight or map of the week series on my channel where I highlight 3 or 4 more maps at a time and just kind of fly on through them, show you some of the cool features, starting positions, deployment and all that. And that can be something you guys can have a lot of interaction and engagement with, hopefully, submitting maps and requesting maps that I take a look at. And the other thing is that I want to then showcase some of the very best maps in, you know, roleplay, scenario, story-based battles like the one that myself and Jackie have created here today. Vampires versus the Dwarves, holding KARAK Kadrin with Ungrim. And yeah, for some of those I may look to do a very kind of stylized, cinematic approached kind of video content. Let me know what you would like to see. And again, that would be the same for kind of battle replays, which I want to start doing, you know, in the next few weeks or so. Start going through the battle replays you guys have been sending in, and basically creating not just a replay with post live commentary, as it were, of what's going on, but to create a cinematic viewing experience as well, but keeping all of the detail that you guys would expect from battle replay. So I'm kind of actually thinking of filming most of the battle replays twice, and then having kind of highlighted cinematic action shots in there. So that's my plan for that. But as I said, do go check out my channel update video that just went out today. That will let you guys know not only kind of all the stuff I've already mentioned, map of the week, battle replays, more of these sorts of battle scenarios, but also what series I'm planning on doing next on the channel. So let's just take a look at what's going on. I've charged in, as you can see, with 3 of my Longbeard units, and Jackie has advanced with his Crypt Ghouls, his Skeleton Warriors, and he's also then raised from the dead some zombies to try. He's trying to get up here to take out my flame cannons, because they've been doing a fair bit of damage to his forces so far, and we're still firing with this flame cannon over here. The Devils of Schwarzhafen have got on in as well, and they're causing a fair bit of damage. And I think they've knocked off yet one of my flame cannon units here. They're sort of wavering here. We've got a Thane up here and a Thane over here. The gate, or the bridge guard, gatekeepers, I can't remember what I called them now. They are fighting against the Devils of Schwarzhafen themselves. And Jackie is not advancing with all of his forces. He's taking his time again. He's kind of trying to send them in waves. He's starting to move up with his Graveguard with great weapons, though, which will cause me some trouble. He's actually moving up to behind some Graveguard and more Skeleton Warriors already. He hasn't engaged with. I am targeting Manfred with the Flame Cannon. I'm trying to do some damage to him to break him. Obviously, these units are weaker against flaming attacks, so that's why I'm just trying to maximize the use out of these flame cannons, because I know I can't really... I mean, I could try and pull them back, but I just want them to hold the bridge. Again, the point of this first group is just to slow down and delay the vampire count as long as possible. And we're trying to take out this corpse cart as well. Massive damage coming in through there. Obviously, the regeneration, these guys getting back up off of the floor. Oh, I love it. He's coming up without a head. Beautiful. Oh, and he's just falling apart. Oh, he's keen, running back in. Manfred there, I think he miscasted as well a while back. But my forces are nearly clear up here. Jackie's overcasted the raised dead here, and he's brought up some Skeleton Warriors, and we're holding now in the center. Just makes some awesome shots here. The Thane's getting stuck in. Oh, blasting skeletons away. In comes that Terrorgeist, though. He's having none of it. And I think at this point, you know, Jackie's already tried once with his flyers. His Devils of Schwarzhafen, his Vargeist. He's going to try again with the Terrorgeist now to rid me of my flame cannons, which have been very effective so far. If we look at the number we've killed 1,000 so far. Obviously, he's been raising dead as well. But he's lost 1,000 so far to my flame cannons and Longbeard troop on this bridge. And that's what I want to do. I just wanted to cause maximum damage to these guys. Starting to waver some of them as well before we then got out of there. I'm not trying to snipe out Manfred. I'm just trying to weaken him so that later he's softened up and we can take him out. Something I did forget to mention as well, I do have 2 units of just regular gyrocopters waiting here, ready to deploy. I'm actually going to wait until the enemy pushes around here, and then we can come around, fly around from behind, drop bombs on them, use their steam cannons, and take him out that way. But yeah, at the moment, the battle for the bridge is fully underway. The Terrorgeist has actually managed to break one of my flame cannon crews. It's going in for the second, which has only got 2 of its flame cannons left. Have these guys actually got any operational flame cannons? We've got 1 back here, but they're not on it. They've just come back, though. The Dwarven Engineers, which do look pretty darn awesome. I love that they've got that flame protection beard plate. That's pretty cool. But yeah, the Terrorgeist is having a go. I don't know, he's just kind of shouting at him at the moment. Rah, rah, rah. Just making a big scene. Oh, he's actually managed to destroy a flame cannon. That's not good. It's on flare. It's on flames. It's in flames. We still got this one though. We're still firing. We're still trying to take out that corpse cart. Oh, like 1 more shot on it, maybe 2, and we could get it down. Which is obviously helping to support all of the dead here. Also trying to hit Manfred. Oh, blasted backwards. I kind of like took that one on the chest. So yeah, I'll just bounce it off. Well, up, I'm Manfred. What's he doing here? He's doing Invocation of Nehek. Oh, another flame cannon shot, though. Can we get 1 more on there? Or is it going to stand tall? We've got his blood bags here. What's in there? Just lumps of body? The bell tolls for thee. But something me and Jackie also noticed while we were fighting this battle is that Maybe it's just the way we were playing this map, but feel free to weigh in here, guys. Oh, he's pulling back the corpse cart here. But yeah, feel free to weigh in here. Since I've been playing custom battle maps, I found like the battles have been lasting a fair bit longer because the terrain often... Oh, is it going to destroy it? Oh, just missed. The terrain often allows you to, you know, just have longer battles because there's more stages to it. That's surely got to wreck it. No. Allows you to have more stages to the battle or just more areas where you can maneuver your troops through. So, this battle, we did a bit of maneuvering at the start, but I think it goes on for a good... Oh, Manfred catching one on the head. He's just not bothered, though. Oh, that one's going to destroy that corpse cart, surely. No. It's just missed. Thane's at the front now, getting stuck in. Oh, and that Terror guy's tossing around the last of that flame cannon crew. And, yeah, flame cannons are all gone now. No more flaming shot. But, yeah, battle seems to be going a lot longer. I mean, we've got 18 minutes left of this battle. I think once I fast forwarded through the start of this, there was a good like 25, 30 minutes or so, which for what, a 1v1? Okay, sure, it's nearly 40 versus 40 stack. I think that's pretty unheard of for Warhammer, right? I don't know. Maybe it's like a placebo effect thing. We're just not noticing because we're spending more time looking at the environment and we weren't going hell for leather at each other here. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. I don't know what it is, but there is nothing quite like zooming in on some cracking Dwarven armor. Ah, and the Terrorgeist agrees, and he's coming in for some nom 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 nom. Supper's up. Oh, some crack shots. Just lumps of dwarf meat flying through the air. So yeah, let's take a look at things. We are starting to break here. I think the flame cannon crews are actually trying to route this way because they see that as the way off the map rather than there's nowhere for them to go. They can't like route inside, unfortunately. So they're trying to get through that way, which is only making them sort of be killed faster. At this point, I was starting to think maybe I should see if I can get my Thanes back. Send word to Ungrim that the bridge is lost and that they should prepare the defenses with the runesmith at the bridge end. Yeah, all the Longbeards now going. The last of the Devils of Swartzhafen getting stuck in there. And my Longbeards are all breaking, unfortunately. If I hold down spacebar, I don't know, can I see the... Yeah, I can see the range. This is the range of the organ guns, so I think about this point I set them to fire at will, but alas, they can't fire just yet. Although I do jump in a moment and start manual control firing from one of those organ guns, but we won't be able to see me actually firing it as such. Probably a good thing. My aim has not increased, guys. But yeah, we'll start seeing one or two of them fire in a moment. But yeah, they're just swarming around my Thanes. Actually, my Thanes, they've broken here, but they're trying to force their way out by going forward off the other end of the bridge, and they cannot work it out. They cannot work it out, and they get stuck, obviously, through all the entity mass that's going on here. Just spells. Manfred's in there kicking. Looks like the Terror guy's just farted on them all. Oh, he's just bathing in doughy blood. Thane, he's just like, sees Manfred. Nope, full of nope, nope, nope. He's like, I don't want to go this way. Plans will shun us. I don't even think you need to worry about them shunning you. You're just going to die. Oh, but they're just piling on in here. It is just a mass sea of dead. Most Longbeards are gone now. I think actually they've all gone. It's just the Thanes that are still left in there with a fair bit of health. And meanwhile, Jackie now pushing up with his undead legion. And there we go. The organ guns are starting to fire. Shields are up on the Graveguard. They are preparing themselves for bombardment. I was hoping I could pull my Thanes back to get to the runesmith, but I left them too far in there. But they have done some stunning work. Absolutely stunning work. You know, their force has helped destroy 1,700 odd of the enemy forces. So can't complain about that, although the balance power is still in Jackie's favour because he does outnumber us. Nearly 2-to-1 right about now. So let's go check out those organ guns back here. Something really satisfying about an organ gun, just the way they fire with it, like goes. Actually, it's this one that I'm firing. So we'll take a look at its barrels from back here. I'm just manual firing until... Oh, there we go. They can all start firing now. So it's just fire at will time. Just moving this one up a little smidge, it would seem, as they pile on toward us. Yeah, organ gun ready. Oh, now they're wheeling it back. Forward, backwards. Fire! Like misfires there or something. There we go. Meanwhile, the Longbeards and the Runesmith are ready to face them. Getting ready to pop his runes, defensive runes, as the dead come toward us. But I'm not going to hang about. I'm going to charge them. In we go. Getting stuck in there. Runesmith hammering about. Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. Their flaming axes should be pretty efficient here. That flaming attack bonus damage on the Crypt Ghouls. And I think I also tell my cannons back here that they can start firing soon. Kind of, oh wait, I think I know. I think I wait a little bit longer until, because the cannons can actually fire. If you look at their range, it's way out to here. So I think once these guys start melting away in a bit, then I let my cannons just fire on in there. But I expect that we can hold these guys for quite a while, even with just 3 units and the Runesmith and the organ guns firing through and over as more troops come toward. I'm trying to take out this Claw of Nagash Mortis engine here, Regiment of Renown, because if I can take this down, that is a lot of their kind of regeneration and support gone. And I brought my gyrocopters over to try and hit it with their steam cannon. It's like we need one more volley with the organ guns. Manfred is moving up. Here we go. Yes, boom. And speaking of booms, we're going to move in with gyrocopters, and they've got 2 bombs that they can drop. Steam cannon in on the Crypt Ghouls. They're just getting into the keep-in. I've been told that this skull is the skull of the dragon that Ungrim slayed in order to become the Slayer King. So I've been told. Bombs away! In comes that Terrorgeist, and he is not happy to see some other flyers on the map here. And I don't see the gyrocopters lasting too long. I've had like little torches almost for their axes. But the organ guns are actually firing up at the Terrorgeist and the Devil's Schwarzhafen unit there. A few shots off. We want to try and pull those gyrocopters back. They're not going to be much use to me otherwise. Still blasting on through, trying to hit that Terrorgeist with the organ gun at the final archway here. Final pillars before they make it into the sort of courtyard here. And I was originally thinking I might just charge on forward, but actually I kind of want the vampires to push forward, spread out, because all the while that I can shell them with my cannons is time that they'll be taking damage. So I might as well sit back and shell them. Now again, Jackie using a tactic which he used before on the bridge, which was deploy or raise from the dead some zombies or skeleton warriors behind my force, not to flank me, but to go after my my artillery pieces. And he's sending his shambling zombies forward against my organ guns. But I'd seen this, and I managed to bring some gyrocopters over. I don't quite remember if I send them into melee. I do. Who doesn't? I mean, I imagine this would be so super effective because you're just like flying around, knocking. You know, they're actually kind of swinging their blades around to like just slice and dice up zombies here. Plus, zombies versus the artillery crew, they should actually hold, but they're going to disrupt it. What they're doing here is stopping them from firing, which is still good. It's not to necessarily kill the unit, it's just to prevent it from firing. But the other one is still fine. My Runesmith's still holding, as are the Warriors Dragonfire Pass. Manfred, I think they're an overcast or a miscast, but he still managed to get it. for Undeath Resurgent. And Master of the Black Arts, improved power, recharge rate, and increased power reserves. Fortunately, the Longbeards over on the right are faltering. They have broken. These Dowie are holding strong. Just popping as many of the runes as possible with the runesmith. I'm pulling him back as well because I didn't want to lose him like I lost the Thanes, especially as he's a support unit. He is very effective and very useful, and he just got caught by a few of the skeleton warriors that, again, Jackie's been raising for the dead, this time to use them as a flanking force. He hadn't been successful in really destroying my organ gun crews, and I'm about to take them out with my gyrocopters here, but I decide it's time to pull back with the runesmith, sadly abandoning these Dowie to their fate. But again, they will just keep harassing, keep holding up Jackie's forces here, so he can't bring them all forward. And again, Jackie isn't just throwing everything forward though, because he knows if he does that, they're just going to be a massive blob target practice for my artillery. So he's still holding a fair few of his troops back, but we are bringing the unit count numbers closer. I think he said he had about 7 on one of his necromons. He had like 7 charges of raised dead. So you can see the total of enemy troops that he's now got or had would be 5,300. You can see he's got 2 units here of Blood Knights. Oh, is it? No, it's just the one. Just the one. But marching up with the Stalkers here, the regiment around Skeleton Warriors. And I've just got my gyrocopters sitting here, just firing on in. And I believe now is when I tell my cannons they can start firing as well, because I'm pulling back. I managed to save my organ guns. Yeah, here we go. We can see the cannon shots coming on in. And actually, these guys still kind of clumped up a little bit. It's doing massive damage to them. We'll take a look at all the battle stats at the end of this. And again, there's those gyrocopters kind of helping to keep them all in place. Mainly the Warriors Dragonfire Pass that Jackie's surrounding. He really wants to kill them. See him go. But it's allowing these units to be clumped up a bit. I'm now going in melee because these guys are about to break, and I thought, sod it, I might as well get a few more kills with the gyros here before they probably get jumped on by a Terrorgeist, which actually, oh, there we go. I was about to say, where's he gone? Oh, no, he's come on in, and he's made one explode straight away. Sorry, gyros, but as I said, you are helping my cannons get some powerful shots in here. Don't know if that was maybe a friendly fire kill on that gyro. Danger close. Very... oh, yeah, that looked like it was a friendly fire shot that clipped that gyro. The gateway is clear. Manfred and his undead horde can advance across the courtyard. Final force to break before they can reach the halls of KARAK KADRIN itself. The Slayer King. Thankfully, I've got enough time to bring my organ guns back, kind of reform my lines, and this is the most solid contingent I've got in this battle. Loads and loads of Iron Breakers. See those blasting pack satchels, and obviously the Norn Grimlings, which with their really nice, like deep red, I always guess burgundy colouring on them. Look awesome. Something about that colour scheme, it's just like hubba hubba. So we've got the Quarrelers with great weapons in front. Wanted to go for them to not only be able to, you know, dish out the damage at range, but also if they happen to get caught out in melee, they can hack enemies to pieces with their massive two-handed axes. So again, I'm just popping my eye over to my recording software here. This is like battle's been going on for 29 minutes now. We've still got 5 minutes to go. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because the map is quite large and it's created quite a slow focal point with the bridge there to slow the enemy down. I don't know. Do custom maps equal longer battles in Total Warhammer? I think ones like this, certainly. How are you guys finding them? Are you finding them longer, more engaging, more interesting? Me and Jackie off this one were just like, whew. That was sort of the battle for us. It's probably one of my favourite battles. The thing is, it's not even a complicated battle in terms of its layout. It's, you know, it's a single bridge that just slows it all down. Yes, you could just shell the crap out of it, enemies coming on across there. But I like to think the way we played it had a bit more kind of story to it, a bit more kind of interesting tactics, kind of the fullback, various staggered sort of waves approach. And I think that makes for a more interesting scenario. But yeah, let me know what you think. So I can see the Terrorgeist attacking over here. My Quarrelers are unleashing their shot, trying to take out the Graveguard here. Starting to waver, cannons are firing, including the organ guns. I'm now moving forward, just walking to start with, running in a second. The Iron Breakers to form up my new front line. They're going to get ready. We can see the Terrorgeist already over on the right, but I'm going to be throwing my Slayers in. In come those Crypt Horrors. Oh, we catch them. Catch them there. And the rest of them are kind of just staggering backwards, being shot at by the Quarrelers. In go the Dragonback Slayers against the Terrorgeist. They are trying to break through my line, my Iron Breaker line, with their Crypt Horrors. Actually, some of them have made it through, but Ungrim is having none of it once he gets back up off the floor. He's going to start chopping some faces. Come on, cleave them down. Love seeing the flames, the satchel charges over there. And I've thrown Slayers in against the Blood Knights over on this left flank, which has actually pinned them down and allowed the Quarrelers to take many a good shot at these guys and bring them down. Balance power is just starting to shift towards me for the first time in this whole battle because I've got more units. You can see the Necromancer and Manfred coming through here, and I actually spot this and think it's time for a showdown between Ungrim, who's been hit by a Soul Blight spell, and Manfred. So start sending towards them. I haven't popped all his abilities at this point. We've cleared away that Terrorgeist over on the right flank, and my Iron Breaker is going to be able to flip on round in a moment. But here comes Ungrim. He's going for Manfred. Going for a big old chop. Tear him down, Ungrim. Oh, there we go. Come on. A couple more of those. Oh, he's pretty low on health. Ungrim's doing fine. Oh, one more strike, surely. One more. Come on. Finish him, Ungrim. Oh, what a cleave. And that finishes off Manfred. Frees up Ungrim and the rest of the vampire forces. The Blood Knights have actually managed to rally, and they didn't actually lose too many of their units. They just lost a lot of health. Managed to flank on round, take out my cannon crew, and they're starting to hit my Quarrelers. But thankfully, my Iron Breakers are pretty much unbreakable at this point against what's left coming at them, and they are just cutting on through. Once again, Jackie deploying some more skeletons behind my lines, but they have all started crumbling. Terrorgeist is still going at the back here, but he's surely got to fall to the Slayers of the Slayer Keep. And he's down. And that will see the rest of the forces disintegrate into dust. A few more blasting packs firing off. Ungrim getting in the thick of it, hewing his way through the dead. Oh, I love that big old chop he goes in for. Blast the Graveguard. They're still all being shelled by the Quarrelers, and there they fall. Look at him. If ever there was a cool guys don't look at explosions moment, there's Ungrim. Victory. Oh, perfect timing. Pyrrhic victory on the Siege of KARAK KADRIN map. End the replay, take a look at some of those stats before we wrap up this video. So I hope you enjoyed that, because I really enjoyed playing this earlier versus Jackie, and I've enjoyed casting it. Sorry I've gone on a fair bit about how crazy awesome custom maps are and stuff, but what are some of your favourite maps so far? Do let me know in the comment section. Feel free to, I don't know, email me, the link is in the description, or tweet me or Facebook message me links to maps, and I'll be sure to check them out. And I'm hoping to do my first kind of map of the week series. I don't know if I'm going to do it kind of midweek, or I guess I should do it end of the week, so it should probably be like a Friday series, so probably towards the end of next week. Or maybe even Sunday series. You know what? I might even try and do one this coming Sunday if I have time. So feel free to get some suggestions in. But just having a quick glance over here, we can see those Longbeards to start with: 247, 102, 233, 54, 160. You know, they did pretty well at holding them. The Warriors Dragonfire Pass, Longbeards, and the other Longbeard, not as many kills, but there were less of them. But they still did their job. Ungrim getting 28 kills, he wasn't really stuck in for that long. The Thane 68, 67. But obviously the big boys getting loads of the kills are really down to the artillery. 223, 114. Actually, the gyros 292. And 167, that must have been a combination of their bombs, their shot, and their melee all going in. Flame cannon at the start there, 214, 95. Organ gun, 159, 224. What about my regular cannons? Yeah, we've already gone through those. And Slayers, actually 74, not bad. And obviously, the Iron Breaker just getting a splattering of kills across there. They did good. I'm happy with that. Manfred getting a lot of kills for Jackie over there. So that is where I'm going to wrap up this video. If there are any other kind of scenarios, roleplay-esque type battles you'd like to see, then do let me know. Me and Jackie did actually fight another battle after this, the Siege of Talabheim. He was playing as Beastmen, I was playing as Empire, and I will record a replay of that hopefully in the next few days, so expect that out end of this weekend, start of next week. But yeah, feel free to suggest other scenarios, setups, and all that jazz, and other maps for me to take a look at. And yeah, I'll catch you guys all again soon. So until then, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, take pride and join the Legion, check out my affiliates and sponsors, XMG, Greenman Gaming, and Overclockers UK. Until the next one, ciao for now.